My favorite scare, how the Mortuary Assistant demo nails its jump scares. Warning, this review contains spoilers, so continue with caution. Jump scares, the foil of the horror gamer, unless they do reaction let's plays with fake screaming.
Oh, Jesus!
The jump scare is like the fart joke of the horror genre. It is impactful, and it's a classic, but it's been such a staple that it has become tired, and too many can ruin the entire experience. But a good jump scare can actually work wonders in a game, and sometimes it's hard to explain what exactly makes a good jump scare. So let me explain with the example of the Mortuary Assistant demo developed by DarkStone Digital. Because even though there's plenty of jump scares, almost all of them pack a punch and get the pulse shut up like that little thing on the carnival strength test hitting that bell. Oh well.
Ah!
Reason number 1. Atmosphere. The premise for the Mortuary Assistant is incredibly amazing, so much so that it's a wonder that not that many games went for it as the basis before. You play as a, you guessed it, Mortuary Assistant and end up alone on the night shift preparing some leftover corpses when one of them acts up. Now, the atmosphere is built by several tropes that are tropes because they work well. You are alone. You are in a building with corridors, dark rooms and creaky doors. You do something that is generally considered creepy. The greatness of the Mortuary Assistant also lies in the fact that since it's your job, you kinda have to be there.
I know it's late, but we just got 3 new cadavers, and no one else can make it in right now. I was hoping you could come in and take care of them.
Well, yeah. Are you sure? I mean, of course.
Whereas plenty of horror stories feel like you as the viewer could easily avoid the scenario by simply not going there, in this case you know the daily grind of making a living, so you get it. It's like working for Amazon or Tesla or Facebook. No one should be made to work there and under these conditions, but you have to pay the rent somehow. So it's a creepy setting because you can relate. Reason number 2, the variation. When things inevitably go awry, they do so in a colorful array of different types of jump scares. Whether it's a sudden movement, a peekaboo in the corner, a loud noise, or a freaking fog demon. DarkStone Digital mixes it up, which even the bigger horror games hardly ever manage to do. That way, even though you kinda expect something to happen, the manner of the jump stays scary because just like comedy and fart jokes, the true magic in a good scare lies both in the expectation of something happening, combined with the surprise when and how it actually does happen.
And, oh god! I knew it would happen, but it was still very scary.
Reason number 3, the balance. DarkStone Digital uses randomized jump scares within the game, which could be an absolute disaster that makes the scares feel arbitrary, disconnected to the story, and in the end, meaningless. However, there is a great balance between scripted scares and randomization that still has a reason within the game and, for example, rewards players who like to interrupt their work to wander through the rooms with terror and nightmares. In fact, even the randomized scares feel deliberate, which is the magic key to any randomization in a game.
It's not good. Oh, okay.
When I first played the demo, I did not even think for 1 second that I wouldn't have the exact same experience playing it a second time through. Until I played it a second time through. That's how deliberate every single scare feels. The genius lies within the moments when these scares occur. Entering a room, turning away from the doors to get something, or returning from the coffee machine after a well-deserved break. So, what does the Mortuary Assistant tell us about jump scares? Despite many horror gamers saying that they get really tired of jump scares, me included, and entire game descriptions starting with a promise of no jump scares, it's not the jump that's the problem. It's usually the fact that these scares have no relation to the story, are not really built up, and seem repetitive and random after the first, maybe second time. But if a developer really breaks down what actually is scary about a jump scare and puts in the work to make them feel unique, tied to the environment, and put some variations in the different scares, then even seasoned gamers might get the creeps. Maybe. I don't know. I'm a freshly hatched chick that gets scared of her own shadow.
Oh, why yes.
If you like this review, or even if you completely disagree, tell me in the comment. Let's have a conversation of the jumps, the scares, and the in-between. And if you're new to this channel and love horror game content, as well as plenty of joyful let's plays of terrifying horror games, this might be a good fit for you. Subscribe, and I promise I would never, ever spring a lazy jump scare on you. If I want to scare you, I put in the work. This is my self-recorded outro song so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.